Hi, my name is Vibeke and welcome to Diving Ducks Crochet. Today I want to show you yet another shawl tutorial. If you want to see all my other shawls, then go ahead and check out the playlist on my channel page. So today I'll show you how to crochet this wrap to keep you warm when it's cold outside. This is a fairly easy wrap to do. I will show you from start to finish exactly how to do every step of the way. If you prefer a written pattern, I will leave a link down in the description for it so you can follow that instead. But let me show you how to do this. First, a little about the materials. For the yarn, I've used this Mega Ball Aran. This is from Hobby. And you can see all the info right here. You see this is a medium weight 4. I think this feels a lot bigger than a regular medium weight 4, but that's totally up to you. I'm just saying it says that it's a medium weight 4. The color is number 29. This is a brown color. I will write down in the description how much yarn you will need for this wrap. Then I've used a 7mm crochet hook, 1 scissor, and a tapestry needle. So for this pattern to work, we need to chain up an even number of stitches. So we begin with a slip knot, and then we chain up an even number of stitches. So you just chain until it fits loosely around your body, and I will chain up 152 chains in total. I now have 152 chains, and this fits around my upper body. I will now begin the Trinity Stitch. So I will skip the first chain, move on to the second chain over here, and I will do a single crochet into this. So just insert the hook through the second chain and single crochet. Then I will crochet 3 single crochet together, and I will begin with the first one in this first stitch where I just did the single crochet. So I will insert the hook in the same stitch where I just did the single crochet. Then I yarn over and pull through the loop. Then leave it on the hook and find your next chain. Insert the hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through 1. Leave it on the hook. Find your next chain, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and you now have 4 loops on the hook. Then we will yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That's the Trinity Stitch. Then we chain 1, and then we repeat the same thing. So we begin in this stitch where we just finished the last single crochet. So insert the hook in the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, and leave it on the hook. Find your next chain, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and leave it on the hook. Once more, find the next chain, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and you now have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then chain 1 and repeat. Insert the hook in the same stitch where we just finished this Trinity Stitch. Insert the hook in this, yarn over and pull through, leave it, insert, yarn over and pull through, leave it, find the next chain, insert, yarn over, pull through. You have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Chain 1 and repeat. Repeat this all the way across. At the very end, we only have 2 chains left to go, and that is perfect because we are crocheting into this one and this one and this one, so over 3 stitches. So we just chained 1, then dive into this where we just crocheted, and then pick up 3 stitches, and finally pull all 4 loops together. And then in the final stitch where we just did the final stitch, you know, this chain down here. In this one we will do a single crochet. We will not be chaining one before we do the single crochet. So at the end of every row you will not be chaining one, you will just do one single crochet in the same stitch where you finished. So just insert the hook, single crochet, and then you're done with this first row. Now we begin the second row. So we chain one and turn, and then we skip this turning chain and move on to the second stitch from your hook, and we will single crochet into this stitch. So insert the hook in the first stitch and single crochet, and then we begin the same way as before. So we will do one Trinity stitch. We will not chain one before we begin, we will just insert the hook through the same stitch where we just did the single crochet. And remember to begin every row like this. Begin with one single crochet and then 3 stitches together. So one single crochet, no chain, just insert the hook, pick up the stitch, leave it, find the next, insert, pick up a stitch and leave it, and find your next stitch, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and we have 4 loops on the hook. Then you yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And then we chain one, then we insert the hook in the same stitch where we just finished this one. Just insert the hook, pick up a stitch, find the next one, insert the hook, pick up a stitch, and another one. Then we have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through to make a chain, and then repeat the same thing all the way to the other end. When you make it to the other end, then remember, in the final stitch you will finish with a single crochet in the same stitch where you just finished this Trinity stitch. No chain in between, just one single crochet right after the Trinity stitch, then chain one, turn, then begin with a single crochet, and then move your way back and forth. Then you continue like that until your wrap is wide enough, and I continued until mine is 38 centimeters across, and that is 40 rows for me. Now I will sew it up. So I will take this yarn end right here and I will cut it. Just leave a bit for the sewing and then throw away any excess yarn, and then pull this loop you have, just pull it through so the yarn is secured. Now you want to fold the headband, find your big tapestry needle and thread it so you are ready. And then we have both ends right here. So you have your whole shawl and then you have your 2 ends meeting on the middle, in the middle, like this. And then you take the ends and fold it just like if this was your ends like this. You will fold it so they kind of grab into each other like this, and make sure to go all the way in and all the way into the middle right here, so there is no gap in here, all the way in, and then make 4 layers like this, and then you will sew through all 4 layers. So fold it like that. So you take this one in between this one and make all 4 layers just like I showed you with the hands. And then when they are all evened out, you will now sew through all 4 layers. So take your needle and push through all 4 layers like this and pull through. Then again through the next stitch, and make sure to get all 4 layers when you are pushing it through. then the next one through all 4 like this, and then you just continue all the way across through all 4 layers. That is important. All the way over here. And once you're all the way at the end, you will make the way all the way back again, just to make sure that everything stays put. And then this is secured. Now you weave in your end, just push the needle through some stitches and all the way back. And again, 3 times, that's enough. Then it won't get up. And then we cut the yarn. And then we have this as the wrong side, so the inside. So now you fold it over. So you turn it just like this. And that's a wrap.